about to explain all of game to you in 3 minutes. And yes, it is called game because there is an objective. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't seem to understand that. There is a beginning point and no clearly defined endpoint, and a massive journey along the way. What you see behind me here is called the compliance ladder. And this is how in my head I see it. So, try to understand the diagram. Basically, the way it works is that every woman has a compliance ladder. And like I said before, the only thing you will ever want out of a woman is her compliance. Any question you will ever ask me concerning women will all be some compliance related question. How do I get this girl to reply my text? How do I get her to not flake on me? How do I get her to come out on a date with me? How do I get her to be my girlfriend, my fiance, my wife, have my babies, move in with me, whatever. The only reason you're watching me right now is because you want to know how to get compliance from women consistently. Studying this graph over here that I made is going to help you do that. In the initial stages, here's what we call our general investment. Basically, these are the things that she's willing to do or comply with as long as you meet her minimum threshold of attractiveness. And I'm talking the most minute things, like leaving her hand out there to actually shake yours when you reach for a handshake. Like telling you her name and not a fake one. Like giving you her number, her actual phone number and not her Snapchat. Over here is what we call value investment. You see how some parts of the graph poke out just like that? Those are what we call major checkpoints. And you get into the next stages of compliance by crossing those major checkpoints. For women, the first initial major checkpoint is sex. Why is it sex, you may ask? Because it's not something she gives to just anyone. It's not a part of general investment. Yes, she might swipe right on anyone on Tinder or go out on a date with anyone, but to open her legs, a whole different level of investment. You have to meet a certain level of attractiveness for that, and then you move into value investment. That's when she sees you as valuable and sex-worthy and is willing to do a little more for you. It's very common in this stage that women begin to show you even higher indicators of interest. Now she's offering to take you out on dates, cook you dinner, buy you drinks. Hell, at this point, she's letting you borrow her car. And the beauty of it is, the more compliance she gives, the more emotionally invested she is. So she will go up this ladder naturally, which brings us to the next stage. This one, which is called deep connection. This is where she's done so much up to this point for you that she's convinced herself that she's in love with you. And yes, as harsh as it sounds, love is something that happens within them. It's their responsibility, not ours. Now she's seeing the future with you. She's daydreaming about being barefoot and pregnant for you. But the coup de grace of all this is this point up here, what I like to call hypnotic rhythm, a concept I borrowed from a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Basically, at this point, she's just an autopilot. There is a lot more to go into here, so let me know if you want to see more.